Hi, everyone. So, yesterday we were reading our story, Winds of Hope, and we were really thinking about how to monitor and clarify our thinking. Today, we're going to be thinking about the text structure, specifically with the cause and effect text structure. So, when an author uses cause and effect, their purpose is to explain what happened and why it happened. So, what was the cause and what was the effect that it had? So you might be on the lookout for transition words such as because, so, in order to, or as a result. So as we read today, we're going to think back to yesterday when we learned that William had discovered a book in the library, which was all about using energy, where he saw a book cover that was a picture of rows of windmills, tall steel towers with blades spinning like giant fans. From this book, William learned that electricity, something of which, let's try that again. From this book, William learned that wind, something of which Malawi had plenty, could produce electricity. William was delighted. Only 2% of the houses in Malawi have electricity. If William could build a windmill, his family could have lights in their house, and a windmill could be used to pump water to irrigate the family's maize fields. If another drought came, the windmill could provide water for life. William could picture in his mind the windmill he wanted to build. But collecting the parts and tools he needed would take months. In a junkyard across from the high school, William dug through a pile of twisted metal, rusted cars, and worn out tractors, searching for anything that might help him construct his machine. He took a ring of ball bearings from an old peanut grinder and the cooling fan from a tractor engine. Cracking open a shock absorber, he removed the steel piston inside and made 4-foot-long blades from plastic pipe, which he melted over a fire, flattened out, and stiffened with bamboo poles. Earning some money loading logs onto a truck, he paid a welder to attach the piston to the pedal sprocket of an old bicycle frame. This would be the axle of the windmill. When the wind blew, the rotating blades could turn the bicycle wheel, like someone pedaling, and spin the small dynamo. Although he had no money for a dynamo, a friend came to the rescue and bought one from a man in the road right off his bike. When he had collected all the parts, William took them out of the corner of his bedroom, laid them outside in the shade of an acacia tree, and began putting them together. Since he did not have a drill to make bolt holes, he shoved a nail through a maize cob, heated it in the fire, and pushed its point through the plastic blades. He bolted the blades to the tractor fan, using washers he'd made from bottle caps. Now he pushed the fan onto the piston, welded to the bicycle frame. With the help of his two best friends, William built a 16-foot tall tower from trunks of blue gum trees and hoisted the 90-pound windmill to the top. Shoppers, farmers, and traders could see William's tower from the local market. They came in a long line to find out what the boy was up to. William knew this was his moment to show everyone he wasn't crazy, to find out if his experiment would work. He connected two wires from the dynamo to a light socket he'd made from a reed that held a small bulb. As the wind whipped around him, he removed the bent spoke he'd jammed into the wheel to lock it, and then held his breath. The blades began to turn, slowly at first and then faster and faster. The light bulb flickered, then flashed to life. The crowd cheered from below. A month later, William found enough wire to reach from the windmill to his house. His family crowded around the marvel as the small bulb lit up in William's room. Reading Explaining Physics by its light, he stayed up long after the others had gone to bed.